welcome back to the tube. Hope you're going well. You've probably seen me a few times, so you probably haven't seen me in a couple of weeks if the schedule of everybody else's videos go to plan, but we are back. It is the second day of spring, so winter is over, thank God. So it's actually not that cold going for a walk. I think that's a bit of a psychological thing, but nonetheless, weather's a little bit nicer, always makes it a little bit better, right? What's on the agenda? This probably won't be just a day in the life. This will probably be over 2 days anyway, because sometimes I find that it makes it a little bit better. I forget to record things. We can sit down and yap. So right now, just on a walk, filming this on my phone. So we'll alternate between that and the camera. But I've got a meeting today, so we'll do that at some point. And then we'll just go through my meals, supplementation, business as usual. Nothing really changes too much. Meal plan has changed around a little bit, so we'll see that. Right now I'm doing like a recomp / tidy up phase, so the idea is just to pull off a little bit of body fat, just keep food a little bit lower, but not low enough to lose tissue. Training performance, still focus on progression over the next 4 to 6 weeks, so that's going to be the main driver. Probably still have the occasional off plan here and there, so I just shit myself then. I saw these people sitting down. But yeah, pretty much we'll get into it, finish up the walk, get a meal in. But yeah, like I was saying, it's leg day today, so I'm doing it across 2 days because I don't really want to film 2 leg days back to back of my YouTube videos because it'll get a little bit boring. So tomorrow will be pull, so I'll maybe film a lot of the training content there, but this might be a lot of like the yapping content, a lot of the eating and things like that. So let's jump into the video. Okay, so already cooked my meal one. I don't know how appetizing it looks. I don't think it looks appetizing at all, actually. It sort of looks like shit. It is 60 grams of oats, 100 grams of frozen mixed berries, 30 grams of whey, and then I've done 10 grams of panna spread instead of dark chocolate, and 15 grams of nut butter and cinnamon and salt. But yeah, pretty simple. I feel like it's slow digesting, so it sits well for a while. And then obviously I have a pre-workout meal. Also I had 15 grams of dried mango. Yeah, it sits pretty well. It'll move into the next meal. That'll be something that's a little bit like higher GI, so it'll digest a little bit quicker, to then move into the session. So this one stays in the system for a little bit longer. But yeah, very simple meal, very easy. And always tastes pretty good until I get sick of the texture and I can't look at oats for another year, because it's the first time I probably had oats in my plan in about 2 years. So not too bad, but yeah, gonna dive into this, eat it, and go from there. One of the other things that is super duper, sorry, I'm checking if it's the right plug, underrated is the rice cooker. Underrated. If you're not using a rice cooker for your meal prep, you are a psychopath. I just put it on in the morning, literally as I ate breakfast. So I'll pop that on, and then it's pretty much just there for the day. And I just go in and I scoop out how much I need for the meal. Usually I put majority of it into my pre-meal, and then it's hard to explain. What do I do? I probably do 2/5 pre, 2/5 post, and then 1/5 as my final meal of the day. So it's just easy, makes it easy, makes your life easy when it's meal prepped and ready to go. So back in the same spot as we were this morning. We went to a coffee shop, just did a little bit of a meeting with Jude, Isabel, and Michael at the local Bean, as it's actually called that, but and now we are getting in the next meal. So this is the pre-meal. I love this meal. It's very simple. I thought I'd get it on today. So this is still the same day. We're going to train legs. I'm getting my fluid in. So I do about 1 liter of fluid sort of with / between each meal. So I ran out of electrolytes. So usually I'll wake up, do about 500 mils of water with some electrolytes in it. And then what I do is go for my walk, then do meal one, and then have that liter of water between the meal / with it. And then obviously I'll have this meal and sort of just drink a little bit more water. I'm a little bit behind on my water actually. And then I'll drink 1 liter between this meal and training. And then obviously, liter training, so on and so forth. Yeah, same spot, same bowl actually as well. So we're just on the bandwagon here. Just very simple. There's cottage cheese in there. That's probably why it looks a little bit gross. Avocado, rice, beef mince, and just mixed vegetables. So that is my go-to pre-meal. Sits really well, which is good. Potassium in there from the avo. Lots of veg as well, just to get a little bit of fiber in. But yeah, we'll smash this down, and then we're going to head off to the gym. We'll smash this down, do a little bit of work. I'll go for a walk to help digest, come back, do a little bit more work, and then we'll head off to the gym. All right, we are back next day. So yesterday, I can't even remember what I ended up filming last, but had a good leg session. I don't know if I put in set of me training. I might have put in a set of leg extensions. I don't know. I think that's the only thing I filmed yesterday anyway. But the plan of attack for today is to train pull. So that'll be majority of this video. Already had my meal 1, which was the normal meal 1. And you saw the meal 2, which was the exact same meal 2 as yesterday. That's what it will be today. So after this, we'll probably see me going to the gym, maybe going over intra, something like that. So a little bit of time, we'll get training, and then we'll go from there. As promised, intra workout. So we are going to go through the intra for the day. So scales, obviously, we will get everything there. So I will do 250 coconut water, glutamine. So glutamine is in there for, obviously, as an amino acid. Not only that as well, it's obviously good for GI health and recovery, right? So the idea is to do 10 grams, that was 9. Then we'll go with creatine, so same thing, going with 10 grams of creatine. Obviously creatine's in there for recovery, it's in there for strength output, hypertrophy, ATP store recovery, cognitive function as well, surprisingly. So a few benefits to creatine. I feel like everybody should have creatine at the end of the day. So that's that. Then we will go with some essential amino acids, so EAAs. Obviously, for EAAs, you get an entire amino acid profile opposed to BCAAs, where BCAAs is only a few. So we're going to do a scoop of this. Should be about 15 grams, 16, perfect. Then what I'll do is I do have a non-stim pre that I put in about 10 grams of. This is only on upper body days I do this, so I don't actually use this on my lower days just because I don't really love getting a lower body pump. I feel like the diminishing return of it isn't great. So like I feel like I just end up being tight, if that makes sense. This is a water flavor drop sort of thing, so it's actually made from stevia. So I'll do a couple drops of this. This just sort of tastes a little bit nicer. Another thing that I've also been doing is just taking like plain water with me when I train, because I find that often with the intra, because it's sort of like sweet from the sweeteners and the flavors and all that kind of thing, that sometimes I just need plain water. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So that should be roughly 2.5 grams of pink salt, because I have weighed it out. Might be a little bit more, might be a touch less, like it's not really the end of the world right now. I feel like I'm missing something, but maybe I'm not. I don't think I am. I think that's it. Then we'll top it up with water. So boom. And then that's that. We'll shake it up. We'll go to the gym and we'll hit some pull. Obviously not going to film the entirety of the pull session, but I'll film like a few exercises. It's just sometimes when I film too much, it limits the session, makes it a little bit shit. So intra, done. I'll see you at the gym. All right, so sorry if the music's a little bit loud, but we are into RDLs today for pull. So building up on these slowly but surely, obviously on the back of the hamstring injury, but last week I hit 170 for 8. So I think I want to push for like I want to go for 175 maybe for 6-ish. But we'll see how it feels, because like these have been feeling really, really good lately. Obviously still just warming up, so this will be a 100 kilo warm up. But what I've noticed is a lot of the shifting of my weight, so removing a lot of weight away from the heels and sort of focusing on like ball of your foot / toe drive. So a lot of people you'll see like lift their, I don't know if you can see my feet right now, but they lift their toes up when they do these and they sort of shift onto their heels a lot, which is not what we want to do. And another thing is as well, we want to make sure we have like fixed eye lines. So you want to keep your eyes on something and keep it there the whole time. So what I actually try to do is I'll set my phone up in front of me like this, and I'll try and keep my eye line on the phone in a similar spot. So like in this case, like I'm looking at my training program and I'm staring at the word where it says lat pull down, which is like my next exercise. So I'm trying to do that, and it just keeps everything a little bit more fixed, a little bit more balanced and rigid as well. So it makes it a little bit nicer. So my grip was I'm not gonna walk away. My grip was a little bit too narrow there. My thumb sort of sat on my legs the whole time, so I need to come out a little bit wider. All right, so you'll see here for intra right now, I'm just drinking my water. So the main reason I'm drinking my water is because obviously you would have seen just before I put my pump into my intra. So I just want to be very careful with this first exercise being RDLs to not get too much of a lower back pump. But we'll jump into this set and see if we can get 6.
Come on, Jamie! Fucking work now, let's go! Up! 4 more reps! 2 more reps! Not a hip drill, hamstring.
So as you would have seen that top set, pretty cooked actually. I've got 7 in the end, so I was pretty happy with that. You'd see that my back starts around a little bit towards that last rep, which is why we stopped there. Probably could have gone another one, but I feel like I'm just loading through like erectors and things like that, which you're meant to in an RDL, but still trying to develop a little bit more through like posterior chain lower half. It's a little bit of an excuse. Yesterday's session, like hamstring loading wasn't too intense. It's not like, you know, it's like my first exercise is a session where I'm pretty recuperated, and then in my last one, it obviously doesn't get pushed too hard systemically because I'm pretty fatigued. So we're still getting stimulus to the hamstrings, but it's not to the point where I'm dying. So moving into a lat pull down, maybe the second last exercise I filmed. Oh, 90% perfection, 10% throw weight around. Okay, so we are going for a walk, Alana and I, but essentially forgot to film my post-workout meal. So you would have seen just some posing then, but what I did have was a 200 grams of chicken breast. It's 140 grams cooked weight, so 200 grams chicken breast. Then I did 50 grams of jasmine rice, a little bit of veg as well, and then 100 grams of frozen pineapple, so just to aid in digestion a little bit more. Normally that wouldn't be my post-workout meal. We had a little bit of a fuck around with my diet. Michael had a whole bunch of fruit and yogurt in my final meal of the day, and I was like, bro, I'm not doing yogurt. I can't do it. I can't look at the thing, so I don't want to be doing it. And then I was like, it's fine. I'll replace the yogurt with chicken. And he was like, yeah, keep all the fruit in though. And then I was sitting there and I was like, why aren't I doing the fruit with whey protein and making a smoothie out of it? Like, ooh. Right, so I'd already cooked the chicken. Well, I'd already bought the chicken, so then I was like, I'll just cook it. So I've used that for these 3 days. So normally it would be rump steak for that meal post-workout, or rump mince, and then instead I've just replaced it with chicken. And then in that final meal, I'm doing whey, and then I'm just adding a little bit of fats from coconut oil to it to make up for the fats that would be in the rump. So yeah. We'll see that meal in a sec. It's probably going to be my next meal, or I might do it as my last meal today. It just depends from time when I get home and when I have dinner and things like that. So I'm just going to go for a walk. I'm still waiting for Alana to come outside. I don't know what she's doing, but we're about to go for a walk around the block, do about 2Ks-ish, which should clear out about 4K steps maybe. And then I think I should be pretty much wrapped up. I just realized I was in 0.5 that whole time I was filming. Oops. Hey, come here. What? Hi, my name's James, and I forgot that I was vlogging again. So I've already eaten my meal. What did I have? I had steak, salad, so cucumber, tomato, a little bit of red onion, sun-dried tomatoes, and feta with a little bit of rice as well, so 50 grams of rice. Huh? Made by Alana. She didn't actually make it. She cut up my vegetables because she was cutting up vegetables. It was actually a bit of a battle to get her to do it for me, to be honest with you. She was already cutting up her own salad. She's like, I'm not cutting up yours. You haven't done anything for me today. You haven't even set up my printer. And then I set up her printer just before. Anyway, nonetheless, this is what Alana had. Eats better than me. Fried lamb cutlets sitting out on the bench. But we're going to get this meal in. Obviously, I'm filming on my phone again. So this is the smoothie meal that I was talking about. I actually ended up getting it at the end of the day. So I'm going to try and set up my phone somewhere. I can't fuck it my tripod, but hopefully I can just like lean it against this candle over there. And hopefully it films me. Okay, so banana, 100 grams. Going in. I usually just say like one medium-sized banana for clients is like 80 grams, give or take. And that is 92 spewing. That's all right, close enough. In this we'll have, what else will we have? Frozen mango and frozen mixed berries. So frozen mango, 100 grams of that also.
Thought you had just your big ass chest.
Sweet, so I've been talking that whole time. That's okay. 100 grams of mango, and then frozen mixed berries at 100 grams also. So it's like a big, very big smoothie. Lots of fruit in it. Usually this fucks up my digestion. And I'm sitting there going, indigestion, because I drink through a straw, and I reckon I suck up too much air when I'm having it. We'll put in water, so I'll put it about 300 mils-ish. Salt, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Anyway, next is coconut oil. So I said before, because I'm not doing the steak in that second meal, I'll get about 5 grams of fats from this to replace that. So we'll do 5 grams, bang, exactly 5. Then we'll do cinnamon for blood glucose regulation. And then I'm currently using this Raw Nutrition Sebum Isolate Protein. Toasted graham cracker flavour. Again, can't see my head, but you can probably see this. This is probably the worst vlog of all time, because you can't see me. I don't know why I didn't just get the little gimbal one out. But we'll do 32 grams protein. So it'll be about 45 grams of whey. I'm almost out of this, but I did order a tub of Perform. For anyone that's in the UK, if there's anyone from the UK watching this, I doubt it highly. Or if there's anyone that does watch people from the UK and they're watching this, the Perform whey is like the bee's knees over there, and that's what everyone gets. I got white choc hazelnut. Jude, if Jude watches this, Jude will know what I'm talking about. Who else do you reckon I can shout out on this video that might know it? That likes protein powders. I reckon Sam Madrigal might know this, might know of it. I'm trying to think of people that might watch it. Brandon Keogh might watch this as well, he might know of it. Lucas Lothian might know of it. That's it. That's what I can think, all that I can think of that'll be watching this. Maybe Marcus Cleary as well, who knows. But yeah, so we'll go with that. And that's pretty much it. It's a big boy. We'll blend it and then we'll come back. Smoothie done. Pretty stock standard stuff, and I'm still going to have it with a straw because it tastes better with a straw. So that'll be the last meal. I don't know what the macros are on it, to be honest with you. I just follow what's on the meal plan these days. So that's done. What I reckon we'll do is we'll do supplements. So I'll go through supplements when I have them just before bed, and then we could probably wrap up there. With the supplements before bed, there will be a new supplement protocol once my iHerb order arrives, but I was just thinking, instead of seeing that in 20 weeks time, I'll just cover it. I'll pretty much just sit on my phone, and I'd like to say I'll film on Alana's other phone because she's currently complaining their phone's out of memory. So I'll use her other phone, I'll film with that, and I'll pull my supplements up on my phone, and I'll go through them all one by one. So that's it. See you then. So supplementation. What we're going to do is we're going to run through the business as usual, just what I'm having at the moment, and then we'll run through what I'm going to start having soon. So because I just feel little extra things, but anything that I say now that I'm having, I will still be having on top of everything else. So I've got an omega-3, a magnesium glycinate, I've got CoQ10, a curcumin, City B, or bergamot. I won't have this now, but vitamin D3K2. I've got a selenium supplement as well, and everything that's in here, I'm pretty sure that is it. So alpha GPC is something that I have sometimes in the morning for work, focus, all that kind of thing. And berberine is something that I have. Often I'll do berberine on days where I know I'm going out for an off plan and I'm having a bigger meal, just from a glucose disposal agent standpoint. So obviously it's going to help with blood sugar regulation and help with the uptake of a lot of that carbohydrates when it does sit a little bit higher. So every time I have an off plan meal, I'll take a berberine about 30 minutes before going. CoQ10, curcumin for anti-inflammation. So with curcumin, you want to try and take it as far away from training as possible because it's obviously anti-inflammatory. Training's the inflammatory response. So we don't want to really speed up that process of the anti-inflammatory recovery process too quickly. Selenium is for thyroid health. Citrus, or this is just bergamot, I believe, is for cholesterol management. So it helps drop LDL. Magnesium, obviously an essential electrolyte, helps with CNS function, so your central nervous system function. Not only that as well, good to have in the evening before bed. I'll also take one of these tablets in the morning when I wake up. So I'll take one of these with the vitamin D upon wake and with my first meal. And then obviously the goat of all goats, omega-3. So obviously heart health, joint health, cognitive health, brain health, cholesterol management as well. So lots of benefits to omega-3s. And some new things that will be coming in. So obviously creatine in there, we saw it today in Intra. Same with glutamine. L-carnitine is something that I'm not taking at the moment, which is actually the only fucking supplement that I didn't order. I've got a men's multivitamin, Alive. It's a Nature's Way multivitamin that Michael preaches on about being a pretty good multivitamin to be taking. I've got NAC. So I've got NAC with selenium coming in. So the idea is once I run out of this selenium, I'll be taking the NAC, obviously for antioxidizing properties. NMN will be coming in mostly for anti-aging and NAD plus uptake. 5-HTP to help a little bit with sleep. Glycine also to help with sleep with a drop of body temperature. I've got Hydromax by Strong coming in as an electrolyte supplement, which I'll be having when I wake up, also intra-workout. And then also astragalus root for kidney health. So that'll be in there as well. Pretty sure that's everything, supplementation wise. Like I said before, I ordered that Perform Whey. I also ordered the Strom EAAs, because the EAAs I have at the moment are bulk nutrients and they're not flavored and they taste like straight chemicals. That's probably why I put the pump formula in there, and then I get to the gym and I complain that it's too sweet. But yeah, that's that. If you have any questions about any of it, any concerns about any of it, let me know. But hope you enjoyed this video. It was a little bit all over the place. It was a full day of eating / day in the life / not really full day of eating, because you actually didn't see most of my meals. But I'll catch you on the next one. I know Jude was filming today. You're probably seeing this after his, because I feel like the last 3 videos have been me. So Jude's will probably be out before mine. And yeah, catch you on the next one.